2 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Packers and the 49ers, just ahead on EA Sports.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good defense and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they...
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. He's got it complete to Perkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first carry for the all-pro running back is Josh Jacobs. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 22 carries, 119 yards, and the score.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Nick Bosa, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nick Bosa, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Completes it to Hardman. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 85 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
From the 43, here's 2nd down at 7. Operating from the gun, Gunter. That's complete out left to Ayuk. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Niners had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Off the play fake. Gunter. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Off the play fake, Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense, because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Gunter connects with Kittle underneath. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
22 yards there, a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know They want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw. Gunter, and he fires one incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mecole Hardman. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
When we're watching tape to prepare for this game, one thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Here's Love.
That's complete. He finds Jayden Reed.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
It's a gain of 10. And the Packers first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. 7-7, our score after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Throwing to start the drive. Gunter.
Throw fighting Thornton over the middle.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gunter.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give them a good 10 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
3rd catch of this first half for them, and this one is a 1st down. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey, a nice little juke. He'll get this down to the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Thornton, the motion man right. From the gun on 3rd down. Gunter connects with Kittle underneath. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Now a 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Completes this one to Thornton. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Packers.
Throwing. Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
To the air again, Love. Completes it again to Dobbs. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Over the middle and completes and more. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To throw now, here's Love. And that is incomplete. 4th down now, and San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Love. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2 straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Now Love. Throw out wide is incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. Well, also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before break. Gunter. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Throwing to start the drive. Gunter. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Gunter. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 46-yard line.
Second and 2. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen, the talented lineman, planning him for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Third down and 13. Back to throw. Gunter. Under pressure, they got him again. Jonathan Allen drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Love now. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Thornton, the motion man right. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. In motion, the tight end. Back to throw again.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. Love from the gun. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a give to Jacobs running right, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Love, they go play action now. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Working out of the gun. Love.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion for us there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defensive coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
McCaffrey on the toss right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
This now a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
7-yard line.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Gunter. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line.
That's another 49er.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
Touchdown! Mecole Hardman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. In motion comes the tight end left. Here's Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Love looking to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 46, here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Love on the out route. Dobbs brings it in. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A first carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up.
Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 41.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit in anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Gunter. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is caught. And across the track, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 46 yards. And the Niners have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Steps up, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And this offense on 3rd down today, a pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. To throw now, here's Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's got it complete to Perkins. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Niners will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust. Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Another run, this time McCaffrey. Only able to make it to the 15 after the broken tackle. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Try to take this home. They'll run. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
It's 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Love to Dobbs, and he hauls it in. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They go with Jacobs. And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time not an ally. Now Love. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great